I usually travel solo by planning everything myself. Flights, transfers, all of it. But this time I've decided to do the opposite and I booked all-inclusive solo trip. Now the question is, will this feel more relaxed and easy? Or is this gonna be too slow and boring when traveling alone? Let's find out.
Outrageous, but I own it. No stranger to the moment. You won't make me feel alone. You say that I'm broken, not trying to fit into your molding. I'm better off alone. I'll disregard you in the summer. I'm not calling out for you.
So it's a day one in Alanya, Turkey, and on the surface everything looks pretty perfect. I have got the beach, the sunshine, the hotel, food, drinks, and absolutely nobody here with me. I'm normally comfortable traveling alone, but this feels slightly different. When you're exploring, you're constantly moving, visiting places, keeping yourself busy. At the resort, the whole point is basically to slow down and do nothing, which might be much easier when you have someone there to do nothing with. At the moment though, I'm not complaining. I have just arrived and weather's beautiful. My main responsibility today is deciding whether I want to lie down by the pool or on the beach. But let's see how long this peaceful solo holiday energy lasts. So the first day have just ended and I spent it all on the beach and in the hotel area. But I feel like this is a waste of time. Like, I used to spend days on the beach and like pretty much all my holidays on the beach, and I never complained about it. So today I'm doing what I normally do when I travel. I'm leaving the hotel and going for a full day excursion. That also means I'm going to miss my lunch and probably loads of drinks I've already paid for. It will be interesting to see how often that happens this week, because if you're out exploring every day, you might not actually get the full value from your all-inclusive holidays. There was one downside of this excursion though. At the end of the day we stopped for dinner and the restaurant was full of families and couples and children. As far as I could tell, I was the only person traveling on my own. I felt so uncomfortable, so I decided to leave, even though we were basically in the middle of nowhere.
There is this app called Taxi, and I thought, okay, it's apparently it's supposed to be something like Uber. So I'm like, I'm gonna order taxi on the way, but nothing comes here. So I've got about 2 hours walk or more, I don't know, 2 hours to the beach. But that beach is far away from my hotel, so oh my goodness, what an excursion.
But strangely enough, that's also one of the things I love about traveling. Sometimes you end up in situations that aren't too comfortable, but they turn to be the most memorable part of the trip. Walking back, I got to see Alanya from a completely different perspective, and I absolutely loved it. Those unplanned moments, the ones you never could have scheduled, often become the best adventures and the stories you remember the most.
Almost 3 hours later and I'm still walking. I could catch a taxi by the coast, but since I made it that far, I've decided to just walk all the way.
After yesterday's excursion, I was completely exhausted, so today I've decided to stay at the hotel. And I realized something. The only reason I stayed here all day was because I was tired. If I had some energy left, I would probably have gone out exploring again. That's when it really hit me that I'm not just a typical all-inclusive traveler. I still have this feeling that if I'm in a new country, I want to see as much of it as I can. Sitting by the pool or on the beach all day, it almost feels like I'm missing out on something. One thing I can say though, I'm happy I had breakfast and dinner included. I felt much more comfortable eating at the hotel than I did outside. At the hotel, there were plenty of people dining on their own, so eating alone felt completely normal. But in Alanya, I found that a lot of restaurants had staff outside trying to get you to come in and buy something, and I personally found that a bit uncomfortable when I was on my own. The rest of the week followed a very similar pattern. Out of 7 days I spent in Alanya, I only spent 2 days at the hotel. The other 5 I was out exploring, going on excursions, seeing as much as I could. So apart from breakfast and dinner, I didn't really use much of my all-inclusive package. And I think that's what answered my question. For me, traveling is all about discovering new places, wandering around and exploring the destination. So even though I really enjoyed having breakfast and dinner at the hotel, I realized that spending all day at the resort isn't just my style. What I did love though was having the freedom to explore during the day and then come back to the hotel for a relaxing meal in the evening. I also felt much more comfortable eating in the hotel than in some tourist areas where I often felt pressure by people trying to invite me into the restaurants or sell me something. So if I come back to Turkey, I would probably make exactly the same choices again. If you have ever been on a solo all-inclusive holiday, I would love to know what your experience was. Did you love it or would you do something differently? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.